have already started with chapter number 8. It is the cell, basic unit of life. In the previous session we have discussed which are endomembrane system organelles and which are non-endomembrane system organelles. So first we revise it and then we will go ahead because the next topic is linked with it. What are called as endomembrane system organelles? Endomembrane system organelles are the organelles which are covered by membrane, means a membrane bound organelles, and they have a coordinated function. They are called as endomembrane system organelles. Like examples, endoplasmic reticulum, Golgi apparatus, lysosome, vacuole. And which are non-endomembrane system organelles? They are also membrane bound organelles, but they do not have coordinated functions. They are called as non-endomembrane system organelles like mitochondria, peroxisome, chloroplast. They all are membrane bound organelles, but they don't have a coordinated function. So that's why they are called as non-endomembrane system organelle. Today we have to start with the endomembrane system organelles, means they all are membrane bound organelles and their functions are coordinated. Okay, so first we start with the first organelle which we find in a eukaryotic cell. Remember, these all are membrane bound organelles, and you know that all these membrane bound organelles are present in eukaryotic cell. So first start with the endoplasmic reticulum. This is the first organelle. Okay, the endoplasmic reticulum, we are shortly calling it as ER, endoplasmic reticulum. So let's see where it is present and how its structure is present. So I am just drawing a cell. This is a cell. I am just drawing a spherical cell. In the center of this spherical cell there is a presence of a nucleus. This is a nucleus, you can find it. Okay. This is a cell envelope, and usually the innermost cell envelope is cell membrane. Now, what is endoplasmic reticulum and how it's look like? This portion, the portion that is present between the nucleus or nuclear membrane and the cell membrane, this is called as cytoplasm. Okay, this is called as a cytoplasm. The organelles are present in the cytoplasm. Okay, so obviously the endoplasmic reticulum is also an organelle, so that is also present into a cytoplasm. Now we have to see that what are its characteristics. So when you see the cytoplasm has a network or reticulum of tubular structure. Okay, it is a network, like see, this is a network of tubular structure. Okay, and this tubular structure is a double walled structure. How many walled structure? A double walled structure that is present. Okay, this network of or reticulum of double walled tubular structure, this is called as endoplasmic reticulum. So what is an endoplasmic reticulum? It is a network or reticulum of, reticulum means a network of tubular structure. Okay, and that is a double walled structure. How many walled structure? It is a double walled structure. Means the endoplasmic reticulum has two walls. Okay, so this is called as the endoplasmic reticulum. This endoplasmic reticulum, the tube-like structure that is arranged in the many folds. You can see this is a one fold, second fold, third fold, fourth fold, and many. So it forms a manifold. These folds which are present, the folds are called as cisternae. What it is called as? Cisternae. Folds are called as cisternae. Okay. So it is a, I again repeat, what is endoplasmic reticulum? It is a network or reticulum of tubular structure present in the cytoplasm. It is a double walled structure that is arranged in the form of a folds. These folds are called as cisternae. And this one, that double walled structure, it divides the cytoplasm into two spaces, or the intracellular structures into two spaces. I just enlarge for you. It is like this one, so you can better understand. Okay, this is a double wall structure like this. These are the two walls. Okay, so what present? The outside, this one is a cytoplasm and this one is the lumen. Okay, so it divides the space into two parts. This is a one portion and this is the another portion. Okay, that means it contains a luminal space and the extraluminal space. This one is called as a luminal space, this one is luminal, and the space which is present, this is called as extraluminal space that is present. Okay, so it divides the cytoplasm into two parts, or the intracellular part into intracellular structures into two parts, luminal and the extraluminal. That is present in the lumen or tube, this is called as luminal, and that is present outside the luminal, that is called as extraluminal structures which are present. Okay, so this is called as endoplasmic reticulum. Okay, so I have just drawn it or enlarged it for your easy understanding. Now what happens to this ER? In the ER, you can see that at some of the portion like this, it contains a round spherical structure. Okay, these are called as ribosomes. These are called as ribosomes. Okay, so in eukaryotic cells, the ribosome can also be found in a cytoplasm as a free, like such. These are also ribosomes. Okay, and few of the ribosomes can also attach to a surface of a endoplasmic reticulum. Now, due to attachment of this ribosome on the surface of endoplasmic reticulum, its surface becomes a rough, and this part of endoplasmic reticulum is called as rough endoplasmic reticulum. What it is called as? Rough endoplasmic reticulum. Okay, shortly called as RER, rough endoplasmic reticulum. Why it is called as a rough endoplasmic reticulum? This is what is a rough endoplasmic reticulum? Rough endoplasmic reticulum is a part of endoplasmic reticulum to which a ribosomes are attached. As the ribosome attached on its surface becomes a rough. Hence, this is called as rough endoplasmic reticulum. But the other part of an endoplasmic reticulum like this, here the ribosomes are not attached. Okay, so that portion remains smooth. This portion remains smooth, and that's why this is called as SER. So you can say that smooth endoplasmic reticulum. Okay, it's called as smooth endoplasmic reticulum, or it can also be called as SER. Okay, so what is rough endoplasmic reticulum? It is a part of endoplasmic reticulum. On its surface, the ribosomes are attached, and smooth endoplasmic reticulum, it is also again a part of endoplasmic reticulum, but on its surface, the ribosomes are not attached, so it's called as smooth endoplasmic reticulum. The function of this rough endoplasmic reticulum, it is involved in protein synthesis. Okay, so what is the function of this rough endoplasmic reticulum? It's involved in protein synthesis, and the protein synthesis is due to a ribosomes that is present on its surface. So it involved in a protein synthesis. And the function of smooth endoplasmic reticulum, it is involved in lipid synthesis. Okay, so if you see the steroidal hormones, many of the steroidal hormones, they are lipids in nature. They are produced by smooth endoplasmic reticulum. So remember students, what is the function of rough endoplasmic reticulum? The function of rough endoplasmic reticulum is to synthesize a protein. And what is the function of smooth endoplasmic reticulum? It is involved in lipid synthesis process. And steroidal hormones are such one type of a lipid. So the steroidal hormones are produced by smooth endoplasmic reticulum. Now if you see the structure of endoplasmic reticulum, one end of endoplasmic reticulum that is attached to a cell membrane, and the another end of endoplasmic reticulum that is attached to a nuclear membrane. Okay, this is a nuclear membrane, a membrane surrounding to a nucleus. It's called as a nuclear membrane. Okay, so there are two ends. One end is cell membrane, or that is attached to a cell membrane. The another end is attached to a nuclear membrane, and the endoplasmic reticulum is extensively spreaded. It is extensively spreaded in the cytoplasm. That's all about the endoplasmic reticulum. Students, I again repeat, this is a short note of endoplasmic reticulum can be asked. So listen, what is endoplasmic reticulum? Endoplasmic reticulum is network or reticulum of tubular structure spread in the cytoplasm. Okay, it is a double-walled structure that divides intracellular space into two parts, luminal and the extraluminal space. Okay, there are two types of endoplasmic reticulum. First is called as rough endoplasmic reticulum, second is called as smooth endoplasmic reticulum. Why it is called as rough endoplasmic reticulum? Because on its surface there is a presence of ribosome, that's why it's called as RER, rough endoplasmic reticulum, and that involved in protein synthesis. But the other part of endoplasmic reticulum, on its surface there is absence of ribosome, so obviously its surface is smooth, hence it is called as SER or smooth endoplasmic reticulum, that involves in lipid synthesis or synthesis of steroidal hormones. That's all about the first organelle. It's called as endoplasmic reticulum. Now we are going to start with another organelle, okay, that can be found, that is again a membrane bound organelle, and it is a part of endomembrane system. So that is Golgi apparatus. Okay, so here we are going to start with another one. Okay, it is called as Golgi apparatus. What is a Golgi apparatus and how it is going to be named? This Golgi apparatus that was discovered by the Italian anatomist Camillo Golgi. This is the name. He is a Italian anatomist. Okay? Anatomist, that means a person or the scientist who are specialized in internal structure. This is called as an anatomist. He is from Italy, so we are calling as Italian anatomist Camillo Golgi. Okay, so the Golgi apparatus was discovered by Camillo Golgi, so it is named based on the Golgi. Okay, it's a name. Okay, so that's why it's called as Golgi apparatus. Okay, now similar like an endoplasmic reticulum, this Golgi apparatus is also a double-walled structure. This is also a double-walled structure. Okay, so I'm just drawing a double-walled structure. This is a two-walled structure, and this double-walled structure, they are going to be arranged in a stack pipe. Stack pipe. 1, 2, 3, 4. Like 1, 2, 3, 4. That means the folds, their folds are arranged in a stack pipe. This stack pipe kind of a arrangement that is found in a Golgi apparatus. Okay. These folds are also a network, or it is also reticulum. Okay, so what is a Golgi apparatus? It is a network of tubular structure arranged in a stack pipe. Such arrangement can be found into a Golgi apparatus. Okay, where it is present? This Golgi apparatus that is present nearer to nucleus. It is present nearer to a nucleus. Even it is also nearer to an endoplasmic reticulum, because the function of ER and Golgi apparatus are coordinated. How it's coordinated, that we will see. Okay. Now here if you see, at the end of this one, it has some kind of vesicles. Such kind of vesicles are present. Okay, spherical vesicles, they are present in it. Okay. Now what happens? That this stack pipe arrangement, or how it is going to be functions. You know that the rough endoplasmic reticulum, it synthesizes the protein. The function of rough endoplasmic reticulum is to synthesize a protein. That protein is going to be taken up by this Golgi apparatus. This taking process, we are calling it as uptake. Okay. Then this Golgi apparatus, once the protein is taken, it processes it. So here the second step is process. Now the protein that is going to be processed, that is pegged in a vesicle-like structure, such vesicle-like structure. Okay, so it is going to be a pegged in a vesicle-like structure. So this is called as packing. And once it is pegged, this vesicle gets separated, becomes separated like this from Golgi apparatus. Okay, and that is called as a release. So this is a function of Golgi apparatus. See here, the function of ER and Golgi body, they are coordinated. How coordinated? See, the protein that is produced by the RER, rough endoplasmic reticulum, that is taken up, means uptake, then it's processed, then it is packed in a vesicle, and this vesicle gets released. So this is a function of Golgi apparatus. And so the function of ER and Golgi apparatus, they are linked, they are connected, they are coordinated. Hence, they are considered as part of endomembrane system. Okay, so the function is, it involves in uptake, processing, packing and release of the protein. They are synthesized by the rough endoplasmic reticulum. Okay, now the important point which is regarding to a NEAT. Listen, the important point which is regarding to a NEAT. If you see the Golgi apparatus, there are two phases of Golgi apparatus. Two phases. The first one is called as convex phase. Okay, it's a convex surface. Okay, and the second one is called as a concave surface. The convex surface is also called as cis. Okay, and the concave surface it's called as trans. Okay, I can repeat, there are two surfaces on Golgi apparatus. You can see convex and concave. Convex is called as cis surface, concave is called as a trans surface. Okay, this convex or the cis surface, that's also called as you can say entering phase, and this is called as maturing phase. Okay, what it is called as maturing phase, entering phase and the mature phase, convex and the concave. Okay, entering and the mature phase. Through this convex surface, the protein that is produced by rough endoplasmic reticulum that enters, and through concave surface or the trans surface or maturing surface, the protein gets released or liberated. So this is, there are two surfaces. Remember, you just have to remember, convex surface is called as cis, through which protein enters, and the concave surface is also called as trans or maturing surface, through which the protein released or exit. Now another function of this Golgi apparatus, that it is involved into a synthesis of. This is another important function, synthesis of glycolipid and glycoprotein. It involves in a synthesis of glycolipid and glycoprotein. So that's all about the Golgi apparatus. Now I just revised so you can better understand. Golgi apparatus, it was discovered by the Italian anatomist Camillo Golgi. How it is arranged? It's again a network of tubular structure or the reticulum of tubular structure, but arranged in what? Stack pile. Okay, stack pile arrangement. Okay. On its surface there is a presence of spherical vesicle is present. Okay, this Golgi apparatus usually present nearer to a nucleus. Okay, and it is present nearer to endoplasmic reticulum. The function of endoplasmic reticulum and the Golgi apparatus, they are linked, they are connected. How? The protein that is synthesized by the RER, rough endoplasmic reticulum, that is taken up, means uptake, processed, packed and released by this Golgi apparatus. The another function of this Golgi apparatus is synthesis of glycolipid and glycoprotein. Okay, this is the another function. Apart from that, the Golgi apparatus has two surfaces or phase, convex and concave. Convex is also called as cis, concave is called as a trans. Through this convex or the cis surface, the protein enters, protein from synthesized from ER that enters over here, and through trans surface it leaves out. So this is called as convex and concave surface. So students, today we have learned the two important endomembrane system organelles whose functions are coordinated, endoplasmic reticulum and Golgi apparatus. The other two organelles of endomembrane system that we will discuss in the next session. Till then, students, keep learning, keep watching, like and subscribe this channel. Thank you for watching.